So there are three main important characteristics. One is motivation, knowledge, and third one is access. So the threat landscape, especially where we have connected into the social media, that social media has become the main primary source of connectivity of many people. We get connected to intentionally or unintentionally. All right. Addressing the hidden threats coming from social media sites, it's a continuous challenge. And also we know that the more cross-platform sharing and integration will continue, like you are sharing from your mobile, your laptop, your PC, So all these things exposes us into the cyberspace. So let us understand the evolution of adversaries. Okay, what is the motive? Why? How they are coming into it? So let us see. First thing is the crime. Hackers around the world, what they do, they wrote malicious software. They call it as malware, and then they hijack into thousands of computers, be it a bank, be it a government. They try to take some potential information, valid information, and they steal information, like your credentials. Once they have it, they can hack into the payment system. Turned out to be an insanely lucrative tool because they can earn money. So this is the crime. The second part is governments. We don't see individual alone are doing. Even the governments are involved. Like that recent the government attack where they suspected about Russia involved in the election results of US, United States of America. So there is something which they attack as a government. They have a motive behind to attack. They did. It's not something new. They did with Iranian nuclear program in 2009, and same way they've done. China and Russia have hacked into US government systems, and even our Indian nuclear programs, Baba Atomic Research Centers have been hacked. NASA has been hacked. What is the reason? It's all sometimes it's a government motive. It's a competition between government. Okay, let us come to the third group, which is hacktivists. What is activities? Hacktivists, they are populist group. They are anonymous. What they do, they hack into police department or government department and expose the brutality or flood banks with garbage internet traffic, and a group calling themselves a vigilante take down specific websites. So it's a certain specific hack group. They have some ideology that they want to stop something to some information to be available. So they targeted some specific group of websites, and tried to bring down. So they are hacktivists. So you see the criminal, the impact is what? They are costly regularity inquiries and penalties. Consumers and shareholder informations are exposed. So motivation is mainly financial gain. Then insiders, some of them are insider to the organization, someone who works with us, for example. Their impact is competitive advantage. They want to steal the trade secrets. They want to disrupt the operation. They want to bring down the brand and reputation of a particular company or particular organization. The motivation is mainly a personal advantage. They want to show that you did something to me, I want to do that. I want to bring down the image of a company. So it's most of the time the employee who left the company because they fired him, or the employee who have been not promoted, who has not been taken care, who have grudges with their HR or the managers, but they have access to some important information. So they are the insiders. Their motivation is personal advantage. Activities, as I talked about, they want to disrupt the business activities, and our motivation is negatively impact reputation, drive attention to your cause, or pressure for change. So they say that we want to go for a change, particular change. So they want to get attention from all over the world, or from the particular government. And national states, The main thing impact is loss of competitive advantage, disruption to critical infrastructure. Motivation is economical, political, military advantage. So these are the adversaries which are, and also the motives in threat map. Criminals, insiders, activists, nation states. How they evolve. Let us talk about it. So threat level start increasing year by year. When we talked about, 20 years back, it was user errors, am I right? User do some mistakes, so people will make use of it, and it caused a lot of disruption to the business operation. Then it's become opportunistic hackers. These hackers are usually script kiddies driven by notoriety. They want to become popular. They hacked into Microsoft site, they hacked into Apple because they want their name to be visible. They are opportunities. Then we talked about inside threat. People who are from inside, as I explained, disgruntled employees or ex-employees, they want to expose. Then activists. Then organized crimes, mass attack driven by profits. And then government sponsor. And this threat level keep on increasing. The more it's done by a group of people, the threat level is high, because previously we have to handle individual, but now even the governments are involved. So their financial power, their reach, the infrastructure is huge, so they can bring down anything. So that is the threat level when the adversaries are getting more and more. And this, when ranking adversaries to network security, initially we had firewalls, then we started with IPS, then we started having anti-malware program, then we started having anti-spam. If the mail comes, it automatically detects based on the category. Then we started having web filter because they started attacking website and applications. Then you started having application control. And then now, today, we are living in a world where we call it advanced persistent threats, advanced threat protection. There's zero-day attacks. Your firewall, your VPN, your IPS, your malware, spam filtering, anti-web filter, app control, nothing can prevent, because this threat is started now. So you don't have anything to stop it. So that is called zero-day attack. So it requires advanced threat protection. Can I request? So this is the evolution of adversaries. Let us get into some details. Like, they attempt to gain what kind of information. Even though I have explained more in detail, but I will try to summarize. They may target to get your IP address. Okay. So they can know now what is going in and out of a particular address can be monitored, stopped, or otherwise affected. Then they also look for financial information, like your bank information, your credit card details, your debit card details. They may try to get those financial information. Okay, you know that about ransom attacks, that makes the target pay a fee to get the antidote or code for the malware. So they use such kind of things to get financial information. Then the third type is identity theft. You know what happened with Facebook, am I right? You all know about Facebook information has been leaked. Somebody has access for their market analysis, for their political gain, to reach the customers. So it is something which is very important, which is personal identity theft. This includes everything from credit card, even your blood type, your personal social security number, even you know about the recent information about Aadhaar theft. If you are an Indian, you will be knowing about it. They make sure, using your Aadhaar number, they can take all your information. And they exposed this threat recently. So these are the three core elements, the motive. They want to hack into it. The information, they are looking into it. So what they can do, they can shutting down their competition. They can do a denial of service attack. continuous request to a particular website will make sure that the legitimate user cannot access the website. For example, if there is a website, the bank website, which users are accessing for bank transaction. Okay, I have a program to continuously attack the website, continuous request. So what happens when a legitimate user accesses the website? He is timed out. He is not able to reach because the website is busy, sending a reply for a distributed denial of service attack. Same way WikiLeaks. You know that what happened to the Julian Assange, and the WikiLeaks organization has spread on activities to follow in his footsteps. So they expose the information. WikiLeaks exposed the particular information. That again is the dangerous. Then third is profit, the prime motivator behind criminal enterprises. And the last one is sabotage. They bring down the entire operation. Sabotage is the means to an end, usually the shutdown of a particular program. It can cause catastrophic loss of a system or data and stealing of industrial information. Brothers and sisters, this is very important. Sabotage, today we all connected with IoTs. Am I right? And the criminals today are targeting this. They're not worried about your profit, bank information, or revealing your personal information, or shutting down the competition, because you have all the measures. But what could happen if a power plant is hacked into it, and I open a wall which can release poisonous gas? What could happen if I can control the entire water and electricity system of a nation and shut down?